Hello my friends and welcome. Today we make an engagement party invitation for my father and his girlfriend Claudia. On this card I'm using two Tim Holtz and Sizzix embossing folders called Lumber and Fondry. Everything besides those folders comes from my mind, so let's get started. I'm using a black fine liner to trace the sketches of these tangled heart flowers I often draw, and I erase the pencil lines when I have all the black lines in place. You can see to the left that I already drew and cut out lots of tangled heart flowers, and I'm making a bunch of flowers to frame this invitation. The invitations will be digital, so I only have to make one card, and they will add the information for the party themselves later. So I'm thinking I will make something classic, but also stay true to my own crazy ideas. When I have all the tangled hearts flowers I need, I turn my attention to the background. I have many videos showing you how I ink up the embossed cardstock to look like wood, and I cut the embossed panels into strips. I glue those faux wood strips onto my background panel. When I have all the wood strips in place, I cut off anything hanging off the edges of the panel. To color my tangled heart flowers, I'm using Distress Oxide Inks in Seedless Preserves, Picked Raspberry and Kitsch Flamingo. I add the darkest Seedless Preserves first at the top of each heart. Then I add the picked raspberry and blend the two inks together before I color in the tangled flower stems with Kitsch Flamingo. Another way to color is to coat the flowers in clean water and then drop in color in the same order, dark to light, and let them blend together with the water. The tangled heart flowers are pink and romantic, so I need something to contrast. I sketch a heart with wings in pencil and follow those pencil lines with a black fine liner. You can't see the contrast yet, but just wait and I will get there. I erase those pencil lines when my black lines are in place. I cut the heart and the wings apart, and to color the wings I'm using my Gansai Tambi metallic watercolor palette. I use 3 shades of gold, the darkest gold, red gold, at the base of the feathers. Then I add the yellow gold, followed by the champagne gold at the tips of the feathers. To get that contrast I was on about, I embossed a panel with that Fondry embossing folder looking like pieces of metal. I take that heart that will have the wings later and trace it onto that metal panel and cut it out. When that metal heart is cut out, I take a black Sharpie and go around the edges of the heart to make it fit in and to hide imperfections. Next, I felt I needed something to make the heart pop and tie it together with the rest of the card, so I blend those Distress Oxide inks from before onto a scrap piece of cardstock. I glue the heart onto the ink blended piece and cut it out, leaving an ombre pink border. So, let's put this card together. I'm using my art glitter glue because it has that fine detailed tip that helped me put glue on the tangled heart flowers. I glue the tangled hearts coming in from the sides like a pink tangled frame. When I have that tangled heart frame, I use scissors to chop off anything hanging off the panel. I put double layers of foam tape behind my metal heart and glue it down in the center of the invitation. I almost always use liquid glue on top of foam tape to give myself some time to get it straight. On the wings I used a single layer of foam tape so they are not as popped up as the heart, and I glue them on. Now I have several layers of dimension, the tangled hearts glued on flat, the wings with one layer of foam tape and the heart on 2 layers. Next, I bring out glossy accents to add another layer. I put it on some of the hearts to create contrast between the hearts without and the domed glossy tangled hearts. As a last little detail on this invitation, I bring out a panel of pink cardstock and a black panel slightly smaller. I glue the black panel onto the pink, and on top of the black panel, I glue my main wood panel. And now, this mixed media invitation card is finished. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I have been stressed lately, but crafting helps, and your supports make me so happy. Until the next time. Happy crafting!